So guys, I just came to a village. I don't honestly know the name, so I'm here to really find out what this video is. You can see my tripod setting up already. I just love the hut, everything natural. So I'm going to have a conversation with my brother in here, and we see how the conversation goes. So I don't know if y'all have seen anything like this before, but in about your way the other day, I had a chick. I said oven, and to much gari I say. Oh, okay. So this is like the oven system they use for gari, and I know some of y'all like gari really much. I've never seen this before, so let's see how it works. You see, so they put the firewood underneath this. They put the firewood underneath this, and this is amazing. I love it. You can see, it's just amazing, man. I really love this. So as you can see, this is where they crush the cassava. This is where they crush the cassava. This is the cassava dough. You can see them, they are squeezing the water out of it. So you can see the cassava dough. They're squeezing the water out of it. I love this. So I'm about to have a conversation with my brother. I hope it goes. I know it goes well. John Bittor. Who ever did it? John, yeah, too. I didn't see. In the ever phone it here. Until my garden. Madame for in I on a phone. You may take us and see Madame for in I on a phone. Me introduction, guys. Listen, I'm excited to be Coach I fancy.
I have a friend, Kofi Ketu. Kofi Ketu.
And they say,
Abelema
Junction. Kofi Ketu. So, guys, this is my village life. Welcome to the Meditated Truth channel. My name is Kojo Bento, and I'm in a village called Kofi Ketu. And I want to believe that the ancestor that settled this village, the first man that started this village, is called Kofi Ketu. So, usually that's how it is. They are named after. The villages are named after those who settled first, or you can call this place Abelema Junction. And I'm here with my brother John. My brother John doesn't have an ever name, so I don't know what ever name to say. But just as I have Kojo, he does. So with yeah, with the end.
What's it?
Yeah, with the end. The end. We are a can't keep before Kwame. So he's actually born on a Wednesday, Saturday. So I'm giving him Kwame, Kwame, but he's actually John, and he's a nice fellow. I mean, we wake up in the morning and we want to start this. The whole night we'll be driving, trying to find locations and villages and towns. And I was actually looking for a particular place, which I'm going to show you later. A beautiful place. But before I start my day, I said, let me have a conversation with my brother, John. Into your what has it?
Mankasa homo Getak.
Yeah, we'll get that.
Getak. Amuma.
Oh, okay. Okay. When you are no be you. But to Woody and him at the bar.
It's 10 years.
We did 10 years near the bar. What's and a half from 10 years? Okay, so what's how many years?
10 years.
What's not 10 years? Okay, the bar no way to 10. What's not 10 years? Oh, okay. So he was actually born in Accra, and he was brought to the village when he was 10, and Abelema Junction, and he's been here 10 years. So I just want to find out his life in the village, how the village has been treating him, and the village life as a whole. Just want to see how it goes. Inti, you do fee across a cook, a CMC to know you do buy a not difference in the
Sir, difference in the company, sir. I heard there, no, so a village, but I had money again. Because the pay was so.
Oh, okay. Okay. Until the way I was fast to me chain. Yeah, right. That's it. So he said, since he's been here, I was asking him the difference between him being raised in the part of the suburb of Accra and in the village there, and he says that the difference is that the work here is better than where he used to be. At least when you put in the effort and you put in the work, you see profit. So he's making a lot of profit here compared to what he used to do, or compared to the life he knew back in the city. This is actually the first, because I usually hear in the rivers. So because most times when you go for the command, I see you pay a grassy life, you pay a crime life, because the grassy life you're doing. But oh no, one casa.
Oh, a plus the infant say, Oti has it, a plum there, Oti over Haida. Now I dance only Scasua. My own years and my beer as well. Every house, to say, oh, 1 year. And a fear I have said, we call for my year from that, many cafe hour of your.
Wow, so it is actually the first, because most times you hear the storage rivers, but what he's saying is that in the city you have to pay for rent, you have to pay for everything, you have to, if you don't have a handiwork, the chicken is making an introduction, announcing herself. So he's saying that in the city everything is expensive, but here when you can use your hands to make a living, you can literally put in the work, use your hands and make it a living. You don't have to pay much for accommodation, you don't have to worry about bills and all of that. But unlike the city, you're paying for everything. So he feels he really prefers life in the city than life in the village. And I a cool power way in Tiana. A cool power. What gang you man away?
I tried me here from
Mount Dimbras.
me here from
We are from Juma. Yeah,
Banshee. And I'm cutting.
with your banking and cutting.
And
And you're broke.
I prepare.
Not broke. Okay, so he's a farmer, and he grows cassava, he grows groundnuts, what most of you refer to as peanuts, and he grows pineapple. And these are all cash crops. Like when you do these things well, you actually make money. And I can tell that he really enjoys what he does. When he did the way and
Many but this year, near Bia Pesa, I'm going to know this one is in the market. Our machine, back row.
dear machine.
Back row.
Back
row. To got a quano,
Oh, that's a deal breaker. That's sad, because the only thing I'm at hiding.
In fact, I be all year from the say soon Tomawa. Nyobenian Onya, Nyope Onya. Until Biape is an mountain is only called me, share a Sajma. Monsieur Sajma would be only a company or more. Ebia, what it an obeje. You soon told we are born. Wa Martin Yadwa Obeje Udi.
Wow, that's actually heartbreaking, and it's sad, because he says he's learning a trade now, how to operate the excavator. And why? Because the farming is seasonal. they are not doing commercial farming. So it's a one-man job and it's seasonal. And it being a seasonal job, what happens is that if it doesn't rain, then you don't have anything, because you literally depend on the seasons. So what happens is that most of the young men are going back to the cities to learn a trade, to learn something. And what he is doing is that how to operate the excavator. That sense, whether it rains or does not rain, he would always get his salary. He always gets something coming. But with the farming, you now have to think of the long years in growing the crops, and now you have to depend on the rain. And if it doesn't rain, then what are you going to do? Into wood years and Norman, how many years now, Eddie?
In Kati, 3 months.
In Kati, 3 months. Okay.
And I 1 year.
Abrebe 1 year. Wow.
And branches were infants 1 year. A
Wow.
blown 3 months. A blown and cut 3 months.
Wow. So yes, he grows maize too. And what he's saying is that maize is 3 months, granite is 3 months, pineapple is a year, and cassava is a year. So if you don't have any money coming in, you have to wait a whole year to be able to cultivate something to go and do. So I feel the problem is not about him staying in the village. The problem is getting something to do in the village, and the fact that it takes a while. If it's commercialized or if it's industrial farming, then that way they will have the tools to not just wait for a whole year to cultivate, but you can always have a huge land and plant and actually manage the farm in such a way that you would always have enough to send to the market to sell. Inti, you say obi ba na o say okay say am disika be share adwuma mu family adwuma no me disika be share mu ti yendua nduane bebre yendua bi wa yendua bi nti mind bia no wunya bibi cultivate wo betina ekurase
Oh, metin. Say ebia menyeska meye nyamanu bebre say we yusun to samanto yusun beton na ayi nyama.
Yeah, so that's basically what I asked him, that if he has money. He said yes, he'll stay. And I think that's the thing with most of our brothers and sisters in the villages. It's not like they really want to be in the city, but it's just the sake of doing the purchase. Because when there's money in the village, money in what they are doing, when there are investors in what they are doing, then it will help a lot for them to stay. But when you don't really have anything coming in, then it's hard. So in as much as it's heartbreaking for me, I understand. I had no woman, and now I know.
I had me, mammy, a boom. I had a mankin, me papa pay.
I didn't hear about.
Sir, first name papa womb, me what meeting and papa and Jamie go school. And I'm papa kit was in the China and go school. And I'm in school, we read just as now. For yes, as I'm
now we are stubborn. So I'm asking him why he was brought to the village. I'm wondering if the mother is here, the parents are here. And he was like, no, it's the parents are actually back in the crowd, but the uncle is actually here. And so he came here to study and go through the school system, and he went through all the way to junior high. And after junior high, he just didn't have money to further his education. When you see us, I know, your friend is saying, it is kind of one call. Yeah, and I asked him if he was stubborn. That's why they brought him to the village, and he was like, no, he's not stubborn. So into what school? Into what cabra for Kakra? I didn't even into one boy. Cry. I was asking him if he speaks English, and it's like he doesn't speak fluently, and because he's dumb. I'm like, no, he's not dumb at all. Like he's not. He's totally not dumb. He's very smart. He's a very smart young man. One boy, you cry. He just said, "Ayo, bro, for you be krum kasa." Yes, yeah, you kasa. What do you say? Yeah, I say you need J kasa na you can. To me say me fancy the tree kaba, bro, for you. And yet, you know, no man will show me and come here make a bro. So I was just telling him that he's not dumb. The fact that you can't speak English doesn't mean you're dumb. It's somebody's language, and whoever's language it is, they can't speak our language as well. So should we call them dumb? Probably we should. But I'm just saying that we should love our language. It doesn't mean we're smart. He doesn't mean we're dumb. He's very smart. I'm listening to him and he's very smart. Into one worry.
Oh, they been worried.
No worry. We need bus.
Oh, they.
That's when you're stubborn. I didn't. What girl?
Oh,
Winnie, Winnie girl, Winnie, that's a weird good power. So I'm asking if he's married. He says no. Does he have a kid? He says no. So it really confirmed that he wasn't stubborn. He wasn't a hard nut. He's actually a pretty decent, good guy. One of them, sir.
Oh, yes,
One of them, George scared.
Oh,
he doesn't drink. He doesn't smoke. He's my kind of guy. Wow, why are they? Wow. Into Winnie girls is here and a wife for bad.
Oh, my father.
So I'm asking him, since he doesn't have a girl, is he trying to tell me that he's never slept with a woman before? And he said he has. That's actually interesting. So this is like the water reservoir system. This is a water reservoir system. And these are some of the rooms. Some of the rooms that they have. I love it. So, I mean, I really do. I really do love some of the rooms. I saw this one. I mean, they have some cement houses too. But like this, I think you can call these kitchens. Or maybe some of this room. And this is the bathroom system. So this is the wash area. You come in and then you go into this washroom. So you have it there. And this is the washroom system. And this is the storage area where they store the corn and all of that. So you can see the corn being stored, dried up. You know? And I like the whole scenery. It's beautiful. I like the whole scenery. It's very beautiful. You can see. Very beautiful place. I love the place. They're growing corn already. Somebody has to shed all the way down there. I'm sure they do some Gary stuff down there as well. So I really love the area. It's beautiful, ain't it? It's beautiful, beautiful. I had no was I see what Hannah.
Assassin, yeah, quite high. Yeah,
to highness.
One polo, yeah. Cecilia, over Yabu from over high 2 million.
1.2 million.
2 million. Son of high.
So I'm asking him if he has his own land. He says he doesn't, but they rent the land for a year.
No, a month.
A month. 200. So you rent the land. One pole is basically like 1 acre. So you rent the land. 1 acre is 200 cities. That's about $40. That's about $40 USD. For a month, you rent it for a month, so you can calculate and pay in advance. What have you for the granules and the bronze here?
Bronze is
okay. Any so basically for all the crops you rent 1 year. Inti wo be say so wo ye adwuma no wankan who say wo pe sika bi na wo san de beto asase na wo ye farm ni ene sika na de adwuma na at the same time. It be a weekends no be ye farm no weekdays no akoye adwuma. It no sika emba from one side alone. We away na we away. Bet me afan ko for crowd with you. So I'm telling him that yes, he's going to get a job in Accra, but I think it's a good thing to have something doing here, so that once you have your farm, you can be doing the work. So he comes back on the weekends, come and work on his farm, goes back weekdays, go to do his job. So he will have multiple income coming in. And he says he agrees. And because Abrabo no kwanwa. Oh, Abrabo dear, it's our day. No kwanwa. What two boys won't show be a won't share or be a band with the old boy Abrabo, who you with Juma. Without young coupons and no, where you have Juma. Embraces of Bewaya, so that's basically what I'm telling him. Like, life is not a race, you know. So don't pay attention to what anybody else is doing. Just focus on what you're doing. Be grateful to your creator that you have life. Be grateful to your creator that things are what it is, and just focus on your life. So that's basically John's story. To be or person can share a month from Bishop.
Adibia wabuta ana nyamina ma di se open demo ako ya obey mistake nti to was say nyami pa so obanya odi
so that's his advice to all of us, that we should just be patient in life, and it's all in the hands of the creator. That brings me to the subject I'll ask him pretty shortly. It's all in the hands of the creator. If it's the creator's will for you to do well, you do well. Not do well, do well. It's all part of the plan. So that's his last words. Like, just be patient, you know. But mention the creator. Sorry.
Because I was sorry, Pentecost.
Oh, okay. And one Ugunsa.
Oh,
Ugunsa. Call
Oh, David.
So he doesn't go. He goes to church. He doesn't pour libation. He doesn't do all of that. I'm asking him, but he seems a bit spooked about it. Like, no. I didn't suppose me yet. And yet, I didn't tell.
There's too many people to bad. But Nyakupon didn't be a saint.
So I'm asking him that if the spirituality of our fathers is bad, and I know it's because of the terminology I use, bosom, which is a god, and he says no, it's bad because the creator is the one that is in charge of everything. So why would you go through a god? But that also goes back to the misconceptions and miseducation of and demonizing of our people, because so Yankopon ne bibia one is. Would you say Yankopon or Boabosum?
Oh,
what do you say? Yankopon and Boabosum. Say Yankopon Boabosum, not bibia, say Yankopon, sir. I just abosum, say Yankopon, sir. Abosum to me, Yankopon says. It's a Yankopon crown on Case, man, ye bibia, Bosum behind to me, ye bibia. What is it? So I'm telling you, he spoke about it when I talk about the gods and all of that. So I'm asking him, doesn't he think that the creator created all these gods? And he says yes. I'm like, okay, so if the creator created all these gods and everything is in the hands of the creator, then how then do we get alarmed or feared about these gods? And he's basically getting it. So Meti says here, one year bida. So but yeah, we know a mawa no for the anamwa. But Mimpese would say Bosumana be so besro. What's your usro?
Oh,
Unsoshi. And
Yakupon didn't be we are saying shoes.
So yeah, I was finding out, is he afraid? Why? He said he's not afraid of anything, because the creator brought him here, so everything is in the sense. Would you be yedi?
Me won't be that in
Go back home, I want to say be a baby. I asked him if he believes in sorcery and witchcraft. He says he doesn't. He's never seen it. He's heard it, but he's never seen it. But he's never heard it in this village. But stories that goes around. So, to be fair, I like that, because these things are demonized so much, but we have to go into the interiors and find out these truths ourselves. This is your best back. Make sure see.
Say we went to
on German.
We just in you.
Reversing it. So, guys, I'm trying to learn. And what you do, Anna? Where them coach? Ah, it's where your clutch. Not the end of the starting. It's me and Conin. Where as a rate. Okay. And say me come anymore. I say movie na. Omo nsere me. It was when I was a kid that I tried riding. I haven't done this in a long time. I did it. Listen, I tried, right? I tried, right? So, guys, thank you for being part of today's conversation. I hope I see you next time. Have a great day. Woo! Where you on? Do you see tunes here, did you? Oh, okay.